Hey, what's up everybody? Tommy Meyer here. Welcome to Tommy Tonight. Now I know I haven't done a video in a while. I've been a busy bee, okay? It's not easy being unemployed. Speaking of losing your job because of coronavirus, Donald Trump. Donald Trump has been railing for months against mail-in voting, claiming without evidence that there's widespread fraud. There is not. At least, there wasn't. Because Trump may have finally found his evidence.
U.S. President Donald Trump faced backlash Thursday after he suggested the day before that people in North Carolina test the system and vote twice, which would be a felony.
That's right, Mr. Law and Order. Sorry. Our president of Law and Order. Trump, the man who has spent years lying about voter fraud, has decided to just go ahead and create his own voter fraud. It's not what we meant when we said to make sure everything you say is true. Next, he's going to start trying to blow hurricanes towards Alabama. Ooh, ooh, go to Alabama, ooh. Apparently that's the noise he makes when he blows. But okay, sometimes the media does take him out of context. I can admit that. So let's hear it directly from the horse's ass. Mouth. Horse's mouth.
On your ballots, if you get the unsolicited ballots, send it in and then go make sure it counted. And if it doesn't tabulate, you vote. You just vote. And then if they tabulate it very late, which they shouldn't be doing, they'll see you voted, and so it won't count. So send it in early and then go and vote. And if it's not tabulated, you vote, and the vote is going to count.
Okay, please don't do that. Nobody do that. That is a felony. You will get caught, and you could get up to 5 years in prison and $10,000 in fines. It's a heavy price to pay for one extra vote. Also, what the hell is Trump doing? What is this, your stand-up routine?
Send it in and then go make sure it counted. And if it doesn't tabulate, you vote. You just vote. And then if they tabulate it very late, which they shouldn't be doing, they'll see you voted, and so it won't count. So send it in early and then go and vote. And if it's not tabulated, you vote.
What's the deal with mail-in voting? Though voting twice is really more of a George scheme. Yeah, he's definitely a George. It's an interesting campaign strategy, and it was explained by Trump's new campaign manager this way.
If you can't beat 'em, join 'em.
Thank you, Yosemite Sam. See what I did there? I like that joke. By the way, political genius. Terrible outlaw. Couldn't kill Bugs Bunny worth a damn, but he's a shark on K Street. Now, of course, the problem with this strategy is that it's illegal. In fact, in North Carolina, it's actually a felony to induce someone to vote twice. So put them on the list, boys. That makes 7 members of Trump's 2016 campaign with felonies. Now, today, Kayleigh McEnany, the Mac Nanny, tried to clean up Trump's little mess. Here's what she had to say.
The president does not condone unlawful voting. The president's been very clear about this. I'm once again not surprised the media is taking the president out of context.
Okay. So he wasn't saying to vote twice. That's good to know. Thank you, Kayleigh, for clearing that. And there's a tweet, of course. Go to your polling place to see whether or not your mail-in vote has been tabulated, counted. If it has, you will not be able to vote, and the mail-in system works properly. If it has not been counted, vote! Which is a citizen's right to do. If your mail-in ballot arrives after you vote, which it should not, that ballot will not be used or counted in that your vote has already been cast and tabulated. Whew. Okay. It's been a while since I took Trump. I haven't spoken it since high school, but I'm going to give this a try. I think what he's trying to say is that people should stress test the system on election day, which entirely defeats the purpose of a stress test. Though it's understandable, Trump doesn't know how a stress test works since he probably paid someone to take his. Might be why he's so stressed all the time. Also, it defeats the entire purpose of doing a mail-in election. The whole reason we're doing this is so people don't have to go to the polls. But Trump is right about one thing, and I know it pains me to say it, but he is. You should absolutely double check to make sure that your vote was counted, especially if you're voting absentee. There was a real problem in the primaries with ballots being rejected. About 1 to 2% of ballots in the swing states were rejected. The most likely reason was because of missing signatures or signatures that didn't match. So if you're voting by mail for the first time, make sure you sign your ballot. Make sure you follow the instructions. Have a witness sign it if your state requires one. And put your contact info on it and write it legibly so that they can contact you in case there is a problem. But you can also check to make sure your vote counted by going to your state's election website, or you can call the state election office. You can get that info by going to 866ourvote.org. Just click on your state and you can get everything you need. And the best part is, you won't be charged with a felony. That's all the time I got for you tonight. I'm Tommy Meyer, and I will see you next week. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think of my videos by commenting down below. And if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe to me on the YouTube or share this with a friend. The possibilities are 3. Good night.